Yo, what's up? Happy Sunday, man. What up, Tickles, Burger Time, Hawkman, Hugo Boss, what's up, man? I'm chilling, man. Chris, una carnita, brother. De res. What's up, dude? What up, my dudes? This play is not dead, bro. It was never dead. We're still in it, man. We're still in it. Did I see Astro's video? I did, yeah. I did see it. It was his birthday yesterday. Astro. I wished him a happy birthday. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I said 7, so I'm gonna give it another 5 minutes. Just gonna stare at this chart here for a minute. This is a scenario for the week. It's taken not only from the Ethereum Classic tracking that we're doing, but just, you know, going with that overall projector pattern setup that we have. Okay, and then also the technicals do suggest just a little bit of sideways trading for the week. And then, you know, if we do continue to come up on this, you know, on this rally, we'll set up for the end of the month, hopefully, right? If we don't break below, if we break below, you already know, man, the cycle is going to be extended. It is what it is. A lot of weird things going on Twitter. Yeah. A lot of shills, man. Nice, Tickles. Going out with your son, okay. Love it, man. Son and his friend's bar hopping last night, hell yeah. Hell yeah. I had my beer already, okay. Yeah, late spring is still, or spring, April is still tracking, yes. Yes, it is. Song is fire. Hey. Yeah, I just found this playlist, bro. It's called Feeling Good. I'm like, alright, Sunday. Let's get it. Feeling good. You guys feeling good or what? Fucking feeling good, bro. Ready for this week? Oh, dude, look. Fucking green screen's being all goofy now. I check this periodically just to make sure. That's what happens, bro, when the sun goes down. Well, oh shit. Oh shit, oh shit. Okay, that'll work. You want a dancing gorilla right now? I mean, fuck. Where is it at? There it is. You want this, bro, right now? You want a rally? Is that what you want? We'll rally tomorrow. Okay, look, for the week, again, this is what we got going on. It's looking pretty good to me. Ethereum Classic is going up, or was going up, and it did retrace a good bit, about 15%. So I do see us going up, man. We've been on a downtrend here for 9 days. That is too long. Okay. So again, this is what we got for the week. The TA setup. Okay, we got our awesome little triple bottom cup and handle in the making. Okay, the projector is the handle, or would be the handle in this case. would look something like this. We set up here for the 22nd before going up. Okay, and then I'll talk about this here in a little bit as well. So I posted it on Twitter. Oh, we got some RMB up in here. Is that what it is? RMB. Okay, rough. Ruck. I like it, I like it. Yo. What is good, man? Ryan. What's up, Wesley? Alien. What up, dude? That drop looks like a falling wedge. I mean, yeah, there's a lot with technicals, man. There's a lot that doesn't look right, but that's the whole play here, dude. Remember, projector patterns, okay, they look funky, man. They go up, then they come back up. They do like a really nasty reversal, okay? What we got here, this is a projector pattern, okay? They come up, they come back down, and then they're respecting this trend line right here, the support trend line. And actually right here, okay, this thing went below that that support trend line for a little bit before going back up. This is why I'm telling you guys that it's not, this play is not, in the short term, it's not dead unless, you know, it keeps going down. And I said this on live stream on Friday. It was like, if we continue this downtrend and we come down here, you know, below this like $16 area, you know, before coming back into this channel, then yeah, we're gonna have another couple of cycles. I would see us going back up in July instead. If this does not play out here, we're definitely going to see some upward momentum in July, late July, early August. And that's based off of the cycle, obviously. Everyone's getting bearish. Yeah, a lot of people are, man. I mean, everything going on right now, yeah, there's a lot of people that are getting upset with the play, man. But it's really all about being patient. This play is not, it will not just go up forever. It's, you know, you got to have a breather in between, and they're trying to tire the fuck out of you, man. It's just, this is boring. It's what it is. But it's part of the plan. It's why these guys make so much money, you know, controlling the price action. You know, those guys lending out the shares through the option chain. Clearly, these guys are making it extremely difficult for AMC to go up when you want it to go up. Okay, it's gonna go up when they want it to go up. And that will be when the projector is ready, when it sets up, whether it's now or in July. And dude, that's the plan, man. Edward, thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you for chilling. Request to sing Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey emotions. I mean, possibly at maybe on live if we start to rally, I could probably hit that, man. I got you. This week, Makan, I don't see like a crazy movement, no. Not like some people are calling, at least. That's the thing about predictions, man. Predictions or scenarios that are put out there, in my opinion, should not really be shifted around in the short term. Like, if you're gonna have a prediction put out there, a responsible prediction, it should have a lot of DD backed up with it. And because it's at that point, man, if you're putting out just random predictions, random dates because something looks a certain way, there's really not enough evidence behind that. You need to back it up with a lot of different things, in my opinion. So I think people should be careful when just, you know, shouting out random dates. Here, dude, I've only given out one prediction so far. One subtle prediction was this May 28th or whatever. That was the one like bold statement I made with AMC. And the second one that I'm making here is towards the end of the month. Now, I'm telling you though, that if that doesn't play out, the next point of interest would be in July. So I'm giving you guys, like, I'm not telling you like this is going to happen. I'm telling you that if things were to play out, that's an important, point of interest. And if they don't, well, we're gonna have to wait, man, because that is what the cycle does. That is what the cycle has been doing. And yeah, it's a controversial topic, but it's something that, like, if you guys have been here with this whole cycle, I don't call it a theory anymore because there's so much proof that it's not, like, there's so much evidence. But if you've been here, man, you've known that this stuff is like pretty legit. Cycles, man, it's market cycles. We got some shills in here. What up, Matt? What's up, dude? Tyrese, what's up, brother? How you doing? What about GME's chart? I mean, they're both gonna go up, man, at the same time. It's just they have a very similar cycle in the way the price movements go up. Now the ratios are different. One's going to go up higher than the other, but they're typically gonna go up around the same time, like very, very close to each other. So I specialize a lot more in AMC because I've been looking at AMC's chart forever now. But yeah, man, it's the same thing, man. All these plays like BB, all these Sympathy plays, costs, Bed Bath and Beyond, all these guys are all gonna go up together. Obviously, the bigger play that we're looking at here is AMC. And yeah, I mean, if you're in on GME as well, man, like both of them are going to go up. So it's just a matter, it's a preference. It really is just a preference. Nana, thanks. Beer, hell yeah, I will. Hell yeah. Thank you. Get a beer in a bit. Another beer. Okay, another beer. Yes, ma'am. I got some again, some blood orange that I was drinking. Not today, but I've been on that, so I'm gonna get on that, dude. Hell yeah. Power hour is just typically Power hour is used or in reference to like options expiring the day of. So, Power hour I would consider, and it kind of got brought into the movement, before this whole thing went down, at least like between January and June. That's when like Power hour was like a big deal. But as of late, man, Power hour hasn't really been on our side. So, we're waiting for that again. Hopefully, we did have the little rally, that was fun. We did have Power hour a couple times. So yeah, until the price starts going up, man, Power hour right now is just sort of dead. But also with Max Payne, dude, Max Payne completely has been failing the past couple of weeks. So I always, tell people not financial advice, but even Max Payne is one of those things that is starting to stray away from what's been happening. And that's kind of how they get you, man. Sometimes, some people are able to, and this is why options are so risky, but this is typically talking to the people that go in on options, because it's just a way to really lose your money if you're trying to, if you're guessing on a price by expiration date. There's certain strategies you can do with options with that, but if you don't get there, man, you lose your money, and that's the whole thing. It's very risky. It's the cycles, man. It's the cycles. Still one huge flag. Yeah, man, on the monthly. Oof. That projector pattern, guys, on the monthly is crazy. It's deadly, bro. If we come here, take the monthly chart. Okay. I mean, just look at this, guys. This is a big-ass triangle is what it is. Yeah, inverse or flip flag if you really, like, look at it this way. But it's what it looks like if you keep extending, you know, this play like that. Obviously, you're not going to see any numbers down here, but, like, these are levels. When you use fib levels, it makes more sense. But, I mean, this is a projector right here. It's a projector pattern, okay? And on the monthly, currently we're on a projector pattern. Okay, if we come here on the hour chart, that's the projector. See how, like, the line, it goes right through it? This is the projector right here on the, whoops, nope. This is the projector, okay, on the hour chart, okay? So this pattern is known for, you know, you find this pattern before every run-up that we've had. So that's what we're currently tracking, man. We're hoping that this thing continues to come up so that it sets up for a rally, right? For that end of month rally. Freeze, what do you mean, man? Like going, like, are you talking about buying them, or like anything in particular as far as in the money calls, long dated? Like buying them? Oh, so again, not financial advice, guys, but personally, I like, and I talked about this whole option thing here. You know, for starting that channel on the Discord, I've only had literally one setup that I've been looking at, because the date that I'm personally looking at, like myself, and I've said this before, I could bring it up on the screen, looks like this, okay? This is the setup that we have for that. Let me bring it up. So, looks like this. And, you know, just your little line, your little support line that we're still in. We're currently, we're right at the bottom here. So, pull this back up. We're right. Oh, the cursor's not on, so you can't fucking see it. Okay, hold up. Okay. So, we're about 2 weeks from that circled spot. That's the 22nd. And the reason I have it laid out this way is because, you know, specifically with options, they decay very quickly with theta, right? Theta is what really eats up that premium value when the option gets closer to its expiration date, which is dangerous because, you know, even with, well, not as much within the money, depends on how far in the money, like very deep in the money you have. And that's safe, right? If you are getting contracts that are in the money, you know, that is a very safe thing, but it's also very expensive. So if you get those, you know, if you get those basically at any given time, by expiration, they're typically going to stay around that range, you know, unless the price rallies, right? And we have the squeeze, and obviously that's going to go up a lot. But it goes both ways, man. If the price does come down, then you're also going to lose a lot of value in those, depending on how far they are in the money. Yeah, and these are for the 145s, by the way. This setup right here is for those contracts, the 145s in July. And yeah, I was calling for 32 cents. Right now, they're like 35 cents. So very quickly, guys, it went like, dude, I posted this thing, man, right before we had the major drop. It was at 72 cents midway through it, and then the contracts were trading at like $2.50, and right now they're at like 30 cents, 35 cents. So yeah, they're very cheap, but I think with a little bit more theta gone in there, I think they're gonna get even cheaper. So again, I'm only looking at this, man, if the setup is there. If it's not, if we cross below it, that I am completely going to just get rid of this, because I'm not gonna fucking touch it, because you're gonna have an extension in time. Things are not gonna go up till, you know, that late July time. It would be very dumb to do that. So I would be talking about something else at that point, honestly. Give it more time, man. That shit is dangerous. Yeah, Rocky, July. That's the next point of interest. That's the next point of interest. And what I mean by that, guys, is when I mean point of interest, I'm talking here. Let me bring the screen back. Point of interest is in the cycle behaves a certain way, and the cycle always highlights, depending on the pattern and the setup that you're currently in the cycle. In the past, we've seen things go up or down. This right here, this March 29th scenario was purely, man, that was a major point of interest. That's why things went up the way they did, because there was so much adding up to this setup. Where we currently are, again, taken from all of the things that we've been talking about. With technicals and everything, man, the next point of interest would be around that end of July, early August time, okay? And that is taken from like the fractals that we've been talking about, the cycle setup, the option expiration dates. All of that has to do with that specific date. I'm gonna make a video specifically talking about this, but the reason I bring it up now is because it would be irrelevant to talk about something where we're not there yet, okay? So right now we're focusing on that end of April time. If we cross below it, then I'll talk about that, because it'll be relevant at that point. Not right now, though. Right now, it's very irrelevant. So we'll hold off on that for a little bit. But I mean, we're still here, man. We're still on this. We're still chilling. Let's see how Ethereum Classic is doing. Okay. Oh. What the fuck? Why does it look like that? Oh, that's not it. Okay, cool. It's like, why does it look like that? Okay, so crypto is taking a breather. Now, this is the thing, man. Crypto is this is the thing. Okay, so we're still I believe we're still right here. I still believe AMC is going to have a bit of a rally, and then right here you can tell that it's like coming back down. This might be making like an arc setup, kind of like what happened with AMC, right? Before it came back down and sort of chilled for a little bit. But what is looking like will happen, and I don't want to make any bold statements yet or anything, but it's looking like it's going to go two ways, man. Either AMC is going to go up first on this next rally by the end of the month, okay? Or they're going to go up together. All right, they're both going to have like either a mini rally or the squeeze if we get it on AMC. I've been doing a lot of TA with Bitcoin as well, and just crypto in general, so and crypto stocks and everything. So I've gathered a bit of evidence as to, you know, what we're looking like here in the next couple of weeks. So the fact that Ethereum is coming back down doesn't scare me or anything, just because, you know, we're still tracking about two days behind. Okay, and this kind of goes with, you know, the current weekly scenario here, right? Where we go up and then we come back down a little bit to sort of stay on this range, not keep going lower. So if that is the case, if that is what goes down, then it would make sense, right, that Ethereum is taking a breather right now, because, you know, they trade against each other. So one goes down, the other one goes up on the macro, right? Okay, so that is, yeah, and that kind of makes sense, man. This pattern too is very reminiscent here. This looks like the GME's pattern. Yeah, very fucking reminiscent of GME's pattern right here. Watch. Where is it? Where you at, dude? Right here. That's one specific pattern right there. Look at that. Right there. Bam. Okay, so this pattern doesn't completely, and it's actually almost fucking perfect. But this pattern right here, it doesn't keep coming down, right? It actually takes a breather and then it goes up for a little bit, but it is extended for a bit of time, and that's what they're doing right now with Ethereum Classic, bro. Like, look at how much it's been just stagnating for. Dude. Yeah, for like a fucking month. It's been like a month, dude. So yeah, give it some time. We'll see what happens this week. I'm still, you know, looking at AMC to just trade sideways, you know, with this, man. All right. Do I think June 3rd will be the day when executive order runs out? So, and this is the thing, man. I tell people here with this cycle, typically, you will not see, it's very rare that you see things repeat themselves exactly on that mark. I think June 3rd, first of all, is too predictable. That's one of the reasons why I'm ruling it out. Not saying that things wouldn't come up, but typically you see the inverse happen on these specific dates. So again, I'm not saying that's going to happen, that we're going to see the inverse effect to the, you know, but the ratio, obviously we're not going to go down, you know, to zero or whatever, negative squeeze, no, but the direction is likely on that June 3rd if we do break below this this trend line right here. So I don't like to focus on this June 3rd. I think it's a psychological thing that these guys are using against retail. You know, like, oh, the 1 year anniversary, we're gonna squeeze on that date, and a lot of people do end up, you know, believing stuff like that, and it's just one way, man, for them to get you there. So I'm not gonna focus, but unless the technicals would be ready, but that is not a point of interest in the cycle. It's actually the reason why this makes sense for us to go up soon would be because we would be playing out the inverse of what happened here in the cycle on the come down. So when we go up here, we go up by the end of the month, going into you know, mid-May, and then we start to play out the inverse of what's happening right here in July. That is known. That is known for the cycle, man. It's just the way the cycle works. It's a way of hedging your position by expiration date. So they'll very close to that expiration date, option expiration date, they will typically play out the inverse of what happens. You're doing a hedging, so it's doing the complete opposite of what you did in the past. And that's why you see everything displayed inverse. Here's an example of a short-term inverse. This is not a yearly inverse effect here on the SPY, on AMC's run-up. This one took 4 months, but you see this entire pattern right here playing out completely inverse, right? It's this whole fucking thing right here, inverse, okay? Here's what happened right here, and then it's a fractal. This one's a fractal. It's extended, but you can see it clearly if I take the bars pattern, okay? And then you take away the candles so you can see it. You can see it's like, it's a fucking puzzle, dude. It's a fucking puzzle. So, and then right in between, you can't really see anything because it's so micro. But it's there, bro. It's fucking there. If you just pull it right down, it's there. And that is one way that you see all these patterns displayed inverse and identical throughout the entire chart on different time frames. Okay. All right. My sound went out for real? You sure, bro? Johnny, remember the next one would be July, late July, early August. That would be the next one. So, and this is what I talked about on Friday as well. I was like, hey guys, that at that point, now that we've learned, because this has been a learning experience, man. Ever since the cycle was created, okay, this has been a learning experience. We've learned a lot ever since we started tracking this. And currently, okay, what seems to be the case is, well, on a technical setup, you know, stocks won't just go up. You're not gonna just miss out on something like this, because if that happens, first of all, there would be way too many eyes on these bigger institutions that are controlling the price action. They're gonna be like, how the fuck did this happen? I thought this was a conspiracy, you know? So that's what they're gonna pull that card, you know, and they're avoiding that. So if this play is going to go up, it has to go up, you know, when the technicals line up. They're gonna line up when they they're gonna look ready, dude. And then that'll be your point, your second chance basically to get in. This is exactly what I call the projector pattern. It's a second chance to get in. And clearly we're seeing that literally take place right now. It came up, it came back down. We're riding this wave and we're just chilling. We're waiting for that confirmation. The same thing on the long term. If we cross below it, okay, it's going to look something like this. We're just going to chill for a little bit. You know, we might go up and then come back down, make all these patterns along the way. You get to May, and then people are like, oh shit, dude, 1 year anniversary. Psych, comes back down, and then you start to go up. And then people are like, oh fuck, I get, like, this is where you lost all hope, because you're like, all right, it's been the 1 year anniversary. I'm done. Like, I cannot do this anymore. And then that's where they get you, bro. This is the cycle of emotions, is what it is. It's just one giant emotional roller coaster. So I think the setup here would be a giant projector, okay, right around this July time, going into early August, and then we would go, and that's it. That would be the only other scenario here, or at least the next point of interest. I think at that point, guys, you cannot, like, if that doesn't pan out, then, like, we would have to look at the next point of interest. I mean, but at that point, I don't see that. I do not see us extending beyond that. That's way too long. There's way too many people on this play, dude. The manipulation can only go on for so long. I just don't see it. I don't see it extended beyond that. No, Stinkster, I'm not giving up. I'm not giving up on end of April. No. All I'm saying is be prepared for that possibility. If things do break down, I'm going to tell you guys if things break down, okay? Cuz that's, again, when things break down, guys, they don't just come back up like that. We have not seen that play out with AMC. I just don't see that being the case. It doesn't mean it can't happen. I just personally, the way the cycle behaves, I don't see that happening. So, you know, I still think things are going to go up, but we would wait a couple of months. We would wait, a good bit, man. It would be all of May, all of June, basically all of July, so about 3 months before that next leg up. So in between, and I talked about this too, because this is a cycle, okay, and the only time where retail is allowed to, like, this sounds crazy, but it's just the way this works. The only time retail is really allowed to be on this play, in my opinion, is once we're in the projector. The projector pattern will open up these gates, let the volume inflow, and at that point, that's where you have that threshold, okay? And if it exceeds the threshold, the projector has failed to stop the volume, which results in a run-up. But if it doesn't do that, and if it does succeed to stop the volume, then you get a breakdown. It's just the way this works. It's an algorithm, guys. We're playing against an algorithm, and right now the algorithm seems to be, not currently, but in the past, it has been stronger. Like right here, this was a projector, and it was stronger, okay? We had this little projector here, and then it took us down, okay? And same thing back here, right? This was us winning. This was one, okay? This was a projector that was, we succeeded. So we're still right here, man. We're still chilling. We haven't broke it down. We're just riding the waves. Remember, this is a bigger projector pattern, meaning that there's more room for error, because when things are larger in time, there's going to be a lot more volatility in between. There's just more time. There's more volume traded. When the patterns are very small, it's more of a chain. It's a quick ripple effect. This is taking time. Okay, we're in a different setup, different time, different price action. It's gonna take longer, dude. That is just how it works. No, not bearish. I am actually very bullish, man. I'm a bullish man on AMC. I tell it how it is, okay? And I'm never going to post like a bearish video on AMC. You're gonna click on my video, and if you're in the, if you're in this community, you're gonna know what the difference scenarios are for AMC. But I'm never going to push out a bearish video. That's not what this is about. I mean, we're trying to go up here, not go down, right? Like, I mean, there's no point to clickbait, bruh. You just gotta do it. Just click on the video, and you're gonna see both sides, man. That's all you get. Do I day trade for a living? I stopped, dude, as soon as like this happened right here. Well, I used to day trade a lot of options. Okay, I don't day trade shares or anything. But as soon as this happened, I stopped, because I was not going to, I was not going to let this play really, dictate, man, just the way the options behave specifically, because options are a scary thing, okay? Options behave very differently compared to other stocks on AMC. AMC is very volatile, obviously, so if people don't have a good understanding of options, they're likely to lose, money on it if you don't understand how options work. So, again, I've held myself back, and now I just I swing trade options, because it's just a better setup for you to just, wait, give yourself a plan, go through with that plan, and hope for things to play out, right? Rather than just waiting, day by day for something to go up, because at that point, man, options are just a killer. They really are. And this also goes with the cycle, by the way. This setup right here, you can tell right here. Do you see that? Comes back up, comes down, and then up right here. See? We're reaching the blue pattern as well. The blue pattern is the most important pattern in the cycle. So this is, again, guys, this goes with this whole setup too. It's very controlled here by the algorithm, and we're nearing that spot. So the blue pattern is a reflection of the June run-up, and we're gonna see that displayed right around here. So we'll see what happens, man. That's the point of interest that I'm talking about here for this setup. Heading into wave 3, like Elliott Wave or what? Elliott Wave? Yeah, Elliott Wave's a thing. Elliott Wave is, the thing is with Elliott Wave, Elliott Wave is, we're doing an impulse Elliott Wave is what it's considered, right? So this is what it would look like. And actually, it would make sense. Now, looking at it from this setup here, this would go up, yeah, around, yeah, this would make sense. Elliott Wave is basically you have 5 impulse waves, right? The third one is the largest one. The third one is the one that kicks off, and it makes the largest price movement before taking a breather and then having one more and then doing what is called an ABC correction. Now, this did not happen in the June run-up, so it's something to be careful with, because Elliott Wave is a nice tool and it works, but it's very similar to Wyckoff in the sense that, you know, you're kind of hoping for certain patterns to play out by a certain time. And dude, the thing with that is that there's so many time frames you can look at that, you know, there's like many time frames. If you look at 10 different ones and hope for one of those to be right, then, you know, you can get yourself in trouble doing that, right? I mean, you can technically say this too, man. Like, watch this. You could say, you know, if let's bring back, let's take these away. Let's go back to the monthly chart, okay? If we come back here to the monthly chart, you could technically say that this is wave 1 right here, right? And then that there's gonna be a wave 3, and that would make sense, right? But on the time frame here, you start to look at things and you're like, oh shit, like, well, this is, you know, this is till 2023. That's 2 years from now. And then you kind of start to like second guess yourself, because you're like, how does this behave, right? This doesn't always follow, you know, the exact same time frames. A lot of the times they're not. They're very different looking, you know, like that. That can also work. Bitcoin is a prime example of an Elliott wave on its way up. It does it like every single time it runs up. But yeah, no, Elliott wave is cool, dude. I appreciate that, but you got to be careful, man. You got to use Elliott wave, use Wyckoff as well, use the cycle, use everything to try and figure out, you know, when that next date is, right? That next point of interest is. It's about using it all, man. Using as much as you can to narrow down your options. Cup and handle on GME. It should be very similar, very similar to AMC, dude. But GME has its own cycle as well. This is GME cycle. Whoa, not that. Here it is. That is the GME cycle. Now the GME cycle behaves very differently because it has a pattern, but in between, for example, here we followed the same sequence all the way through. These are all spaced out very nicely in between. You have your come down, and then your up rise, or whatever you want to call it. Come down, and then your rise, and they're all spaced out the same. Okay, these are the same fucking. I mean, this is crazy how this works. Look at that. Right here, you had 2 rises. Okay, so in between, as long as you get that full closing candle on that date, and then it comes down, it's the cycle right there. Okay, so this is GME cycle. I mean, I don't know how much more proof anybody needs. This is played out 3 times, and then this one was extended a bit, so you could tell right off the bat. This is where things got weird, because this right here, man, November, the come down, a lot of different sectors started tracking together. Okay, this is weird. Okay, we had crypto tracking, the meme stocks. We had a bunch of other sectors tracking together. So this is like something went down, bro, in the market. Something got weird. Still looking into it. Don't fucking quite know what. But the way I'm looking at it is basically all of the cycles merged together. They aligned, you know, like kind of like you know, with astrology, when all the planets align together at the same time, and then they start separating again because they have their own cycle in the way that they rotate around the universe, or around the sun, is what I meant. And it's the same thing here. It's like this might have been that point where everything sort of like came together and everything started tracking together on a very similar beta, and then they started to separate once again. And that's one of the ways that we got that Ethereum Classic run-up. Ethereum Classic went up first. I brought it up, I talked to you guys about that, and then literally 2 days later, AMC started going up. So it's, remember, these things go hand in hand with each other, bro. But you know, back to your point, because I get carried away here. I would say it's the same thing with AMC, man. On a macro scale, this is looking more, it's, you know, if you look at this from like the daily, it might look a lot more like a cup and handle, right? But this is more of a double bottom setup, right here, okay? And yeah, you would, I mean, you could technically say that this whole thing is like a little cup, and then this would be the handle, right? Before going up. But I'm telling you, man, these plays are weird. Kind of just do their own thing.
Could be a new shirt at the men's store, a cat nap in your office chair, or 2 cups of good hot black coffee like this.
Update on MULN. Again, dude, with MULN, I mean, I'll bring it up just because we're still tracking what's going on between Clove and MULN. Let's see where it is. Right here. Okay, so Clove is right here, and then MULN, I have to bring it up on the screen. So personally, man, I'm not in on this play. I'm just telling you guys right now, I did not touch it because I think that this is one of those plays that it's one of those, not that you can't touch it, man. You can do whatever the fuck you want with this play. Personally, I'm staying away right now because I don't want to, you know, I don't want the same thing to happen, you know, that happened back here with Clove. They started talking about Clove right before the run-up, man. A good month before the run-up, they brought in Clove into the picture, and then they shorted it. It made this giant fucking cup and then a handle, right? I think we're headed the same way with MULN. These two look very fucking similar. They had 3 run-ups before coming back down, and this thing did the same thing, dude. Where do you want to count it? So this was the initial first one, this was a second, and this was a third, and now it's taking a breather. Okay, it hasn't gone up yet. So if this starts to come back down like this and starts to, you know, curve, it would not surprise me, man, if they run up AMC, okay, just like what happened right here. Okay, look, they ran up AMC, and then right on this come down, they fucking ran Clove up. Okay, literally a week later, they ran it up. So, dude, this is just, you know, some people are gonna be like, no, but they're not using that against, you know, the system, whatever. You can make money if you fucking want on this, bro. Honestly, like, if they pull this crap, imagine MULN starts to go up right after AMC. You can fucking make, if they bring AMC down and MULN starts to go back up, you can probably make a fuck ton of money doing that. But I'm just showing you what this is not something you can change, okay? This is part of the cycle. These two traded against each other back here. Clove, they traded against each other. And if we start to see a similarity here, bro, with MULN, you're gonna see the same thing happen. Because this stock right here is, among this community, is one of the more popular ones that people are still talking about. Not saying that's a bad thing, I'm just saying that is one way they get you, man, in the end, because they will kind of get people to sell, or kind of get bummed out about the play once the cycle is, you know, begins, or but this won't matter if we squeeze, man. If we squeeze, this is out of play. I mean, that's a ripple effect. Remember, that's gonna take everything down with it, so everything is basically gonna squeeze. Doesn't fucking matter. It's all gonna go up. If we have this major event on AMC, you're gonna see basically all of the stocks that have been shorted, overly hedged and shorted, you're gonna see those squeeze as well. So it's gonna be a market fucking squeeze, bro. Yeah, Ileana, it's just a possibility. It's like the legend just said, it's if it, you know, if we start to see things come down, it's just something to keep in the back of your head, and then just be patient at that point, right? But you guys need to also consider all of the possibilities that there are, and make your own judgment and your own decision at the end of the day. You know, don't just listen to one thing. Do whatever it is that best, you know, like helps you out in the end, man. It's, you know, because people, I mean, no one is perfect, dude. I'm not fucking perfect. And if things, you know, if things do start to come up or something like that, is you have to take your own responsibility at that point, right? It goes both ways, man, with just however you're looking at Amy. But I'm very, like, I've learned to be a little bit more conservative with AMC's play, just because I know how dangerous, man, this is, and how these hedge funds are taking over, man, with this, you know, this what is a psychological play is what it is. So I you know, I hold myself back on certain things. Again, if you guys follow me on public, you can see that I went in on AMC right here. That's public.com, is specifically just shares. You can see that any influencer or anybody that's doing YouTube or whatever, you can follow them on there, and it'll tell you when they bought the stock, when they sell the stock, stuff like that. So that's for you guys. But you can tell that I went right here. I haven't done anything else. Again, I'm waiting for this setup right here for anything else. Okay, I did not touch anything up here. I did not touch anything. Alright, let me see if I can go back and answer some questions. If I didn't get to you, man, just feel free to spam the chat again. I'll get to you. David, yeah, for those of you that just came in, I'll give you the weekly scenario. That is right here. Take away this real quick. So, nope, that is the cycle tracking. Oh, well, I'll talk about that too, but this is the weekly scenario here. Okay. If you guys haven't already, I'm literally, as soon as we're done with the stream, I'm gonna update all of this on the website. I do it every single Sunday. So for this week, you're gonna see the same scenario, and you're gonna see a bunch of other charts that are just newly updated. So basically, the whole website is going to have a change in charts, a change in scenario, and a couple other things. Okay, so it's just tradingwithemotions.com. What up, Sean? How you doing, bro? I mean, Chris, no advice, okay? No advice. All I'm gonna say is, there's possibly going to be like a crypto surge where we might see like crypto either get very close and you know, sort of do like an inverse head and shoulders, which if this were the case, well, I mean, it would basically come near that $60,000 level, okay? And then either it takes a breather again and it comes back down to, you know, the levels that we were trading at, or we actually have a rise in all-time highs. But Dude, that would be extremely hard to tell, but it is looking like Bitcoin is going to go back up there to the $60,000 or around that $55,000 level. Yeah. But, I mean, that would be a good, you know, good way. Because just think about it, man. All these fucking, with AMC, think about how many people are in on the play. And once they take their profits, like, where do you think it's going to go? The majority of people are going to invest in crypto. It's just, that's how the meme movement works, man. They're all trying to get in either on crypto plays, like stocks, or actual crypto. Crypto freeze. Have I seen the rainbow chart? Let me see. Is it on the, by chance, is it on the Discord? If you post it on the Discord, man, I could take a look at it real quick. On Twitter? Yes. Yes, man. If you want to. If you guys want to throw anything on the Discord right now, I mean, this is a live Q&A for a reason. I'm trying to get to everybody. When we're doing live streams, sometimes I can't answer, you know, everybody's questions because, you know, we're looking at Amy, right? We're looking at Amy, but yeah, fucking go on the Discord and send whatever you want, dude, on there. Okay. Can you, in I don't know, maybe like 5 sentences, just explain to me, or on the Discord if you could, just what the message is with the chart, just so I understand it a little bit. It looks cool, man. It looks fucking cool as fuck. And I'll get back to you, man. I'll get back to you. Will AMC be back up again? I think, and this is based off of the current setup here, I believe that if we do continue to track Ethereum Classic sort of leading the way here, then we should see a nice little cup here. And it's basically a cup and handle, but, you know, coming back down to test this area. So, you know, the week is going to be a stagnant week, in my opinion. It's going to be very sideways trading. We might see the $20 area, maybe 21. 21 is possible as well. We might even see higher levels. You know, we might come up here or something and then come back down like that. It's very possible that that is the case. I don't think we're going to continue to come back down, though. I don't think we're going to do something like that. I think there will be volatility in between the week, but this is currently what we have, man. And I'll be posting this again on the website for you guys, but seems like maybe Monday, Tuesday, we might get a rise in price. So maybe even right at pre-market Monday, that might be, you know, they might start bringing the price back up just to, because what they like to do, man, is they love to raise premiums on those options. And you already know a bunch of retail buys them early, bright and early on fucking Monday. And then the plan here is what the cycle is tracking is that it's looking like we will be sideways. So just think about that. People go in on options and then they just end up losing their money because it's intended to just trade, you know, along this zone, probably around the $19 area by the end of the week, maybe 20. But right after the week is done, the week after that becomes very important, okay? Because that's now we had Friday off. That's Good Friday. And then the week after that should be a little bit crazier with the price action. And then following that week, that is what we're expecting. And if we keep tracking this, I'm gonna be pretty happy, okay? That's all I'm gonna say. Damn, bro, 160 in here and only 69 likes, bro. Right, let's get that shit to 420 real quick. Just quadruple smash that like button. Jesus. Come on, bro. Do you like the stream or what? There you go. There you go. Hey, damn. Okay. All right. 30 fucking likes real quick. Let's get it. You guys went ham with that, bro. Nice. All right, I'm gonna go back to see if freeze. Using FIP channels, the 168, the 2618, the 3618. Okay, FIP channels, rainbow. Okay. At least the higher prices. AMC likes to respect the 618s. It does like to respect the 618s. What are the circle? Oh, the circles are displaying the fib levels, I'm assuming. I could see what you're drawing with the support and resistance lines for that, and your levels are really high. Bro, if you have a deep down analysis on that and on Twitter, I'm gonna have to look at that on Twitter, and really look at it. It looks intense. It looks like there's a lot going on, for me to dissect it. But damn, it looks pretty interesting, dude. I mean, check it out, guys. If you guys want to check that graph out, it's on the Discord. It looks pretty nice. I will go again. I'll look at that in a little bit, man. Nice, TD Nugent. Thank you. Oh, is gas like really expensive in Cali? Like $7? That would make sense. That would make a lot of sense. Let's see. Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about the cycle tracking too. So, okay, you guys want to see something cool? This is gonna be again updated on the website. This is the cycle, okay, tracking right up here, and this is the inverse effect I'm talking about. So you start tracking identical right away as soon as you enter the cycle, but then it does something like this. This has to do with the options, okay? This is why you're seeing the inverse effect take place literally right in between the projector pattern and the run-up, okay? Because what they do is, well, they know they have to bring the price up, right? But now what they're taking advantage of, and this is for the future, is a hedging to the downside. And the cycle is telling us that, guys, right here. You're seeing the inverse take place while the rally continues on the cycle. See how like things didn't just go up forever? It went up, and then it came back down. And that is just how this works, guys. Now, the cycle tracking, again, these patterns are going to look very different on the micro, right? But if you start to look at these on the macro, this is why I have a cycle curve, because this is how we should be looking at the cycle. We should not be looking at it entirely with these bar patterns that are playing out. The blue pattern, I would say yes, because the blue pattern is one of the ones that looks like almost identical every single time. But the direction is what we have to be tracking here. The cycle curve is the best way to do that right here. It's every single time, bro. It plays out on the setups inverse or identical, and that just gives you more information as time goes by, as to what is likely to happen, right, in the future. And this was the main reason why I had that March 29th scenario was because of the cycle. If the cycle wasn't in place, wasn't tracking the entire time, then I would not use it for that. But this has been a very helpful tool to me on AMC in the past good bit now, man. Ever since the September time here, I was tracking the cycle. Obviously, I didn't do YouTube till November, but it's been a hell of a help. Paula, I did not see your question. Can you let me see. I'll go back and get it. Do I think the next run up will lead to MOAS? I can't honestly. I cannot answer that just because I don't know. No one knows. The only thing I can give you is the points of interest, and at that point, it's we either squeeze or we have a run up. But there's no way anybody can predict that. I'm telling you right now. If somebody can tell you, I I'm firm with telling you that the points of interest are predictable, yes, but the squeeze is not predictable. No, the squeeze is not predictable, but the points of interest are. And if the points of interest are in play, then the likelihood of the squeeze becomes higher. Okay, but that is all I look at. I don't like to give telling people that we're gonna squeeze or anything, because well, no one knows. No one knows, dude. Usami. First time here in the cycle curve. Does that, with other factors, predict bigger shifts to the upside or downside? It depends on where you are in the cycle, but at some point the cycle will not be in play anymore on larger runs. So if that's your question, like when we get to, let's say we go up to a level. Let's say we have another cycle in play next time and we don't squeeze. Like, it's just hypothetical, but if let's say we went up to 200 and then they decided to make another cycle. Well, now the cycle that we're currently tracking is technically still in play, but on a much smaller scale, because there's a lot of cycles in the way this works, guys, is Fourier transform. There's a bunch of frequencies laid over on top, and they're happening on different time frames. So, for example, this is right here. This is our 2-week little cycle curves. Then we have a month cycle curve, and then a 2-month cycle curve. The 2-month cycle curve, and this is the daily, so I have to change it. The 2-month cycle curve is the cycle. The cycle curve is 2 months from point A to point B. In between, you have smaller cycles happening, and they're repeating themselves in the same way. Just the reason I use the 62-day cycle is because it gives you a better picture on the macro scale of what's likely to happen, if we're likely to go up or down. But in between, if you're trying to figure out the cycles, they're going to be first of all, a lot harder to predict. There's going to be a lot more error because you're tracking, the 15-minute chart, the 30-minute chart, and there's just a lot more room for that volatility to kick in and then just beat you up. So that's why I use the larger scale cycles are always going to be the way to go. And when we have that next leg up, if it's a next leg up, we're going to have a larger cycle. I don't know. Let's say it's fucking like 6 months or whatever, and it's this entire thing. Then you're going to see larger run-ups occur on a much larger scale. It's going to be a lot slower, obviously. But in between, you're still going to have these cycles in play. They're just going to be doing sort of micro things in between, right? It is just how cycles work, man. But yeah, Eliana, to your point as well, we are expected to trade sideways this week. That is the weekly scenario, is just sideways, very sideways. We might, we're currently sitting at 1824, and what I see us maybe finishing the week by, it would be like 19 or 20, and then the week after that, that is where things start to shift. Now, this doesn't mean that we're even though we're trading sideways, doesn't mean that we can't go up higher, right? There's still a possibility that we go up higher and we go up to maybe like 23 or something. But I still think that their goal here is to maintain the price action on this support trend line. So if you're gonna do that, you're gonna you might bring the price up in the morning and then bring it back down to test this range again. So my scenario might be a bit conservative, but it's also taken from the way that Ethereum Classic went up. You guys have to remember that the Ethereum Classic tracking has been very accurate. We have, from the bottom here, on both, taking the closed candles, we have they both went up 130%. So on the come down, even though AMC had a nastier come down, I think this is on purpose. And later, Ethereum Classic might see that take place, right? Because right now, Ethereum Classic technically is above in return, ratio return. It's above AMC. So you might, when AMC starts to come back up, you might see that taken in place with Ethereum Classic. It's like they're trying to accumulate as much as they can before the big run up. And then, you're going to see the same thing, right? AMC come down, and then Ethereum Classic go up with crypto. But the point here is that going up to this range here, the 20 would be about 17%, which is the same thing that Ethereum Classic did from this curve bottom. And you can tell, I don't even have to show you the percentage because the pattern looks the same. That's the beauty of patterns, guys. They give you automatic ratio levels and fib levels. You don't have to calculate it because all you're doing is you're fitting the pattern to fit a certain way, obviously correctly, but you cannot fuck around with these heights in between. They're set in stone, and that's why these are awesome. That's why I do patterns, dude. Patterns are the way to go. It's like you're skipping ahead of, almost like TA. You're skipping ahead of TA if you use patterns. Because a lot of patterns repeat themselves in the markets, guys. It's just, markets are just driven through technical analysis and patterns that play out. So, bar patterns, man, probably the best fucking tool you can ever use. Johnny, so in this channel, dude, like, I'm gonna be straight up with you. We, I stray away from, I have slowly started to stray away from fundamentals and just catalysts and stuff. I only watch it or stream it or anything if the catalyst is, in my opinion, like something that could be like very destructive or very good for the market. But if it's like something little, like, like certain data coming out, like sometimes even, people ask me to check Ortex data and stuff. Sometimes I hesitate to do that just because in the short term, you don't see really anything happen. Like somebody could talk about like, oh, dude, utilization is at 100%. Short interest is this, and that. And you will not in the short term see anything happen to the price action. So it's something that you look at, very quickly and then just sort of kind of forget about it until it starts to really, depending on what the data is or the fundamentals or whatever you want to talk about. News, media, until it's like very, until it's becomes very important in the markets, and people really start to talk about something like crazy happening. I just kind of stay away from it, because at the end of the day, man, there's an agenda for this. There's a cycle, and the cycle the media, everything happening around it is just sort of hovering around this cycle. Like you have a cycle at play. This is how I look at it, man. You have a sine wave at play. So we bring in a sine wave. Where are you at, though? Say we have a sine wave, right? I don't know. Let's just make a random one right there. There we go. Cool. Up and down. And in between that side wave, you have noise. What is the noise? News, fundamentals, catalysts, all this stuff that is just in the mix for like drama. I mean, just trying to spice things up in the market. Like, oh, don't make it too boring to where you just have to look at fundamentals and, or technical analysis and stuff, right? And in between, you get all this stuff happening, but not really it affecting the market, or at least, 8 out of the 10 times it will not really affect what's happening with AMC specifically. Not talking about other stocks. I'm talking about controlled, manipulated, hardcore manipulated stocks like AMC and all the other meme stocks. We see that happen a lot. It's a hope killer, man. It's a hope killer. But yeah, I hope that helps. It's just the way that I look at things. Not saying that it's not. I don't look at it, because I do. It's just I only if it only if it really, really is going to affect, or if it's the correct catalyst that we're looking for. If the technicals are ready and we have the cycle lining up ready to go, then I'd be like, okay, we got to look at this, man, because like if there's a catalyst coming up, this might be the one to just kick things off, and it might be important, right? You know. Can I elaborate on the method used to identify a specific stock cycle? Keep up the good work. Thanks, dude. So yeah, I'm gonna. This is what I'm gonna do, and I was gonna bring this up in the stream. I've been bringing it up throughout the previous streams as well. For those of you that haven't heard it, but since you guys are here, you're gonna hear it, right? The goal here is to do this specifically with other stocks at some point, right? When the time is right, we're going to do that with other stocks, because other stocks also have a cycle. There's also ways to create a good plan to sort of have a structure going in on other stocks and make money that way, right? Other stocks have cycles, man. I've been using this cycle analysis and basically ways to understand market cycles with not only AMC but other stocks. It's just to the extent that I do it with AMC is, it's out ratios everything else. It's very extreme with AMC, but when we get to that point, man, I will be specifically talking about how things, because dude, it's a lot of information. If you want more information though, go watch the video section on the website, tradingwithemotions.com. There's 6 videos, the most important ones that I put on there. Go watch cycle sessions, and also go watch why the cycle works. And those 2 are probably the most important ones that I would recommend. But in the future, we're going to be focusing specifically on that, right? Once AMC squeezes, that is what we're going to focus on. And right, once AMC has another leg up, we're going to specifically focus on how to make money with cycles, man. Cycles are the game here. What is up? I just noticed how low the volume is for the music. There we go. It's a little higher now. Signs of a crash? No, man, not yet, in my opinion. I think the SPY is still gonna have a rally. I think we might see all-time highs. And I mean, I'm not gonna make this bold statement right here, right now, but I'm saying might because it's a scenario. But there is a likely scenario that we do see all-time highs, in the near term. I would say maybe like end of May or something, like going into the summer, and then from there it might take another breather, just sort of chill it out, and then maybe continue to go up. But the cycle works best within, the way that I see it personally, it works best within a certain time frame, and it also depends a lot on the stock, because stocks have very different cycles depending on their price levels. Just kind of how I was going over the how when you reach a new price level, things get extended in time, so it takes a lot longer to bring the price up. If you previously had all-time highs, if the price is higher, it's typically going to take more time. Now, it also matters, the market cap matters too, but typically it does take more time. Once you had, we had that 77 run-up, dude, and now we're paying the price, for the freaking, the craziness that happened, right? Even though it's manipulation, it sucks, but we are paying the price for that, and it sucks, but hey, We're getting there. Yes, Clark. They will. I believe they will go up together. Sympathy place. Brother and sister. Jamie. Jamie. Well, Zach, that's sweet, man. I mean, I hope, you know, I hope that this is helping you guys, man. That's the goal. The goal is to help out as many people as I can possibly do. I mean, if it's working, it's helping. That's I'm doing my part, dude. I'm doing my part. It would take a lot, man. It would take a lot for that to happen. But I mean, just based off of, you know, currently the market cycle and the market structure that is in play, it seems like that would be a likely scenario. Not only because of what's happening around you, also looking at it from like a society or economy and society's perspective. You know, there's a lot of fear right now in the markets that we're gonna have a crash, right? And typically what happens is, well, you have a, you know, just the way the market behaves sometimes, dude. They will throw in the news at the wrong time, sometimes years before it actually happens. So I don't know, man. We might have it taken in place in months away, but personally, I think there might be just one more, at least one more rally, and then if we do cross that psychological level of 500, it's likely that we would keep going after that, and we would probably hit a pretty crazy number before taking another breather. I don't know, man. It's crazy. The market is a crazy fucking thing sometimes. Just psychs people out, like, you know, it does its own thing, but hey, it doesn't mean that, you know, that won't happen. It's just personally what I'm with everything that I'm tracking. I mean, and crypto in general, for crypto to have a rally, I think the market has to be pretty strong too. And if crypto is indicating a rally in the short term, then you would kind of have to, that would imply that the market is doing okay, at least in the near term. And that would, you know, that would mean that going up, you know, soon. Let's see how the SPY looks. Because the SPY so far has been, again, we're on this level here. We bounced off. The Fourier transform has us actually going up to pretty nice levels. So, you know, I don't know what's going to happen here in the short term, but, you know, May time going and hitting all-time highs is not impossible. Look at this. This right here was about a month of just going up here. If we take in, you know, another leg up like this, going to all-time highs would probably, you know, not even a month. And this would call for end of April here, but I don't believe it's going to play out this way. I think it would take a little bit of time. We would probably see something, I don't know, maybe like that, or yeah, maybe something like a little bit more like this, to get to that level of all-time highs, and then either take a breather or continue the rally. But it's likely that, you know, if we get close to that all-time high, that it will just chill it out here, man, for a bit, trying to decide what the fuck it wants to do. But the market cycle has an agenda for that. Possibly go this year. What do you mean, Sean? Like AMC or the SPY? It's because I was looking at the SPY, so I wasn't sure. AMC? Yeah, I personally think this is the year. I don't think they would let this play roll. Just the damage that it's done, man, to the community and stuff. I don't think these guys are that fucking. I mean, these guys are bad. They're fucking bad. But like, I don't think they're going to disrupt the markets that much longer. I think there's a lot going on that would that again does indicate the upside, but who knows, man? If there's always that possibility that things don't play out, man, because nothing is guaranteed in the market, and you guys just have to also be prepared for that possibility, man. If they pull some shit like they did back here with taking the buy button away, you just have to be prepared for that. You never know what could happen, man, in the markets. It's being responsible and being prepared for both possibilities is the best way to go. But yeah, it just the way things look without them doing something crazy and manipulating this whole thing just like they did back here, I would say that this year is very likely for it to happen. Yeah. AMC, man, I will be on tomorrow. So if you want to just know the scenario for the week, I mean, it's on the video here. I'll pull it up again for you, but I'm going to post it on the website anyways. So I will be doing a more in-depth video midweek just because I want to see what's going to happen this week before I talk about anything. This is the scenario I have, but I do want to wait out, man, and see what we got going on here, because it is a critical point for the cycle and for AMC. So if we do start to respect this right here, I can definitely, if I see it start to play out very similarly to the way that it's intended to do so, then it's going to be easier for me to make that video. But yeah, I'll have one out, man, for sure this week, for sure. And then just one thing to just sort of bring in as well. I know a lot of people have been asking, and sometimes I don't get to that specific question, or just because the topic is kind of controversial, but I'll talk about it just real quick. The whole option thing going around, it's gonna linger around the community no matter what. It's a big trend right now that people are talking about this thing. There's nothing wrong with learning how to trade options, but I always tell people, like, just be very careful with when you do approach it and learn it, especially in this community. I always, I personally would have gone into it like doing paper trading, because paper trading is like, there's no risk, man. You're given like paper money and you're able to see, and gauge out what it is that you're doing before actually going in with money. And TD Ameritrade is awesome for that. No, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. That's just what I use. I use Thinkorswim platform. It's fucking cool. And it's a good way to paper trade. There's a lot of other, brokers that do it too, but those are going to be nice for actually learning, strategic ways to do options and stuff like that. But yeah, just, like, personally, I'm not spreading anything about like what to do with options or anything at all. Mine is like, my whole thing is very simple. It's just, it's kind of dangerous to sort of talk about that if you're depending on the approach that you're taking. Because options, if things pick up, then, if retail does not approach it the right way, it could be kind of dangerous to this movement, man. If people are just trading options and then they're losing their money because they don't know how it works. It's not really what this movement is, in my opinion. I think that if you learn it and you sort of keep it, learn it and do it the right way, I think yes, but it's not really what the movement is. So that's just my take on that again. All right, guys. You guys know we go on live for an hour and a half every Sunday, okay? You gotta save up the rally for Mondays and the week for the rallies. Let's see if we track this, man, and see how it goes. But I will update the website tonight, so keep an eye out for that, okay? Thank you guys for chilling today, man. It was fun. Oh, fucking right on time before these webcams came in play. All right, good shit. All right, you guys have a dope Sunday night. Chill out, have fun. Love you. Bye-bye.